Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome back to iSelf Academy Excel User Series 3.2, video number 9. In our today's video, I'm going to use the take and the choose column for Office 365. So I'm going to use the same data set that we used in our earlier videos. So I'm going to go back to our data set where we can get our sort data. If you want to know more about sort and sort by, you can watch my icon above and where you will see these data set comes in place here. So I'm going to use one of the file data in our list, and then this will allow me to get my data set for my choose and take functionality. So I'm going to take the data first, and then I'm going to use the function called take function here. Again, when you're using a take function allows you to extract a row or a column or both. So it's up to you what you want to do with it. And when I go back to the choose column, again I am planning to do the choose column a little wisely, because I'm not going to pick all the data set in this list. Instead I'm going to just pick up certain set of columns here, which will allow me to work around with the data better. So I'm going to use these are the columns that I wish to see as a result here. So I'm going to take the invoice numbers, date, customer, product, and sale is what I want to take as an output here. I'm going to use a choose column here. So let's see how we're going to use these two formulas effectively here. If you are not following my previous video, so probably I will tell you what I did. So I just chose this range and then I gave a name manager to the ranges here. So for the data set, I gave the entire data which is coming below here, and then I use the product set, and then I choose the column called product here. Now I'm going to create a data set in such a way that I want to get the data out of this list, but I want to get only the top 3 sales here. So for that I'm going to combine the formula into two. First part I'm going to take is I'm going to choose the sort function again, and I'm going to use a data set as my array here, and then give a comma. If you are using a sort function, so you cannot mention the column here, you have to mention the name and the number of the column here. I'm interested in extracting the data based on my sales. So I'm going to give an 8 here, then I'm going to give a comma, and then I'm going to say that I want a descending order as an output, and then close the bracket and give an enter. That's going to populate all my data in a descending order in the sort set based on my sales column. But what I want right now is, I don't want that. I want the top 3 sales done by me. So I'm going to use a function called take, and then I'm going to tell the system that give a comma, and then use, I want only the top 3 rows here. I'm not saying top or bottom here. I'm just saying the first 3 rows to be extracted. When I give an enter, that will extract the data alone here. You can see that the function that I gave here, I gave a sort in front of it, and then I just use the take function to allow it. And if I want a 5 different data set to come into play, top 5 sales here, then I can just sort that by the top 5 sales here. That allows you to get the data that I want to do it. I'm about to do the same logic in the sort here, but unfortunately when I do the sort here, it's going to extract all my data sets. That's okay. I can restore that little data. So I'm going to give a data set here, and then I'm going to give a comma, and I'm going to take the same logic again. So I'm going to use the 8 and then -1, which takes all the data set. But this time around I'm interested only in one set of columns here. So I'm going to just say I want a column number 1 here, and then comma 2 here, comma. I'm looking for a customer here. Customer column is 5 as I numbered above, comma, and then I want a 6, and then I want an 8. When I close the bracket and give an enter, that's going to only show those data. Now if I use a take function here, that's going to make my life a little more easier. Then I'm going to say comma, and I say 5 here, and then we'll take the top 5 data set alone. And I took a specific column that I want here. I'm not showing all the data set that's required, but I am showing what I want to get out of the data set in this. So sometimes when we're using a VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP, when we're extracting a data set, then this is going to become a longer dimension to do. So if you're using a sort functionality, that's going to make our life a little more easier. I don't know whether this is going to automatically update the data set here, so I never tried that, but in my next video I'll tell you if I make some changes in my original data set, does it going to automatically update in here, or does it gonna really get to the dataset one more time and then refresh it to get the data work correctly for me? Let me just see how it's going to work for me. I'm not really very sure about it, so if I change some of the data here, let me just try this. If not, we will talk about this in a little more detailed manner possible by us. And then you can see that, yes, you can see that my data are getting updated automatically. So I just changed one of the numbers here to the highest value here, then automatically you can see the numbers are changing here. When I give Control Z here, probably my data are gone in this list. So it is a dynamic array function which allows you to get this change data set. Again, if you are running a large data set, as the data are getting added below, will it happen anything here? That's what we are going to learn in our next video. Hope you guys understood how to work with the take and a choose column. I used sort, a take, sort, choose column and take to make my data to a specific set of dimensions here. Hope you guys learned a lot of new things today. Happy learning. This is Vinod signing out from iSelf Academy Excel User Series 3.0, video number 9. Keep learning, keep updated.